Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Winda Isafitri and my study ID number 2040012400939. I will answer the first question. What is the main difference between free morphemes and bound morphemes? Give an example of each. The answer. A free morpheme is a morpheme that can stand alone as a word, while a bound morpheme is a morpheme that must be combined with another morpheme to form a word. An example of a free morpheme is lari, while an example of a bound morpheme is kan. In the word lari kan. The next question. Define affixation and name the three main types of affix explained in the lesson. The answer. Affixation is the process of adding an affix to a base word to form a new word. The three main types of affix are prefix, suffix, and infix. The next question. In the word nationalism, identify the root base and stem. The answer. The root of nationalism is nation. The base is national and the stem is also national because national can stand alone as a word. The next question. What is the rule of inflectional suffix in English and how many major inflection suffix are there? The answer. Inflectional suffix in English are used to indicate change in word form, such as change in tense or number There are several major inflection suffix in English, such as to indicate plural, to indicate past tense, and in to indicate continuous tense. The next question. What is the purpose of using morpheme trees in vocabulary teaching? The answer. Morpheme trees are used to help students understand word structure and the relationship between morphemes within words. By using morpheme trees, students can more easily understand how words are formed and how they interact. The next question. Why does English have fewer bound morphemes compared to more inflectional language? How might this affect English learners? The answer. English has fewer bound morphemes because it tends to use simpler words and release listen inflection. This can affect English learning because they may not need to learn as many bound morphemes, but they still need to understand how to ask words correctly in different contexts. The next question. How can misunderstanding routes, stems, and base create challenge for students in understanding word formation? The answer. Misunderstanding routes, stems, and base can make it difficult for students to understand how words are formed and how morphemes interact. This can lead to students having difficulty understanding a word meaning and using word correctly in different contexts. Okay, the next question: how can affection talk rarely used in English help students develop greater metalinguistic awareness? Okay, the answer in fiction. Uh, Invention can help students understand how morpheme interaction within words and how words can be formed in different ways. This can help students develop greater metalinguistic awareness and understand how language works. Um, language works. Yeah. The next, how can a teacher as the concept of regeneration, e.g., GOIT, to teaching correction learning activities? Okay, the answer. A teacher can use the concept of regeneration to design the corrective learning activities by asking students to identify errors or sentence and correct them. Teachers can also ask examples of incorrect sentence to explain correct language rules. Next question. Are morpheme that is more effective for visual learners than for other types of learners? Why or why not? The answer: morpheme traits can be more effective for visual learners because they can visually see the structure of words and the relationship between morphemes within words. However, morpheme trees can also help others learners by providing a clear picture of how words are formed and how morphemes interact. Okay, I think for just all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.